Hi everyone. I just came out of the shower. It is, I believe the 24th or the 25th of May. And I'm finally alone at a hotel in Petra. So we've landed in Petra. It's been intense. It's been very memorable to the point where I will never forget things that have happened. Incredible stuff. Things that I've needed to kind of experience to release, probably ancestral things, start fresh, redirect my life, get some clarity, release, let go. As you can hear, there's an Islamic prayer going on in the back. I'm alone right now because we were doing hiking for 3 days on a mountain that Moses walked, and I'm talking a 5 to 6 hour walk each day. So the very first day we did the walk, I was perfectly fine for the first 2 hours, and I was like the first one. I kept going and going, and everybody was way behind me, and we had the leader there with us. I'm talking about the Bedouin, one of the Arab leaders, right? Who does it for his work, like a hiker. And I don't know where I started my period, and I usually get my period the end of the month or the beginning of the month. So I was feeling tired, but like I was, we had lunch on us, water and everything. So out of nowhere, I started slowing down and everybody started passing me, and I was telling people I'm not feeling good, something's up. And the guy, the guy leader, his name was Ali, and he went to the beginning because he's leading the rest of the people, right? And I ended up all the way in the back in the end, and they all ended up leaving because they're thinking I'm behind them, right? And I'm walking, but I'm walking slow because I felt like something's happening to me. Out of nowhere, from Ali was in the beginning, all of a sudden he's coming from the back. And I'm like, where did you come from? I thought you were all the way in the front. He's like, I had to pee and I noticed that you're all the way in the back, and I started to get worried, and something with your face, it doesn't feel, something's off. Out of nowhere, he's like, just chill, hang here for a bit, talk to me. Out of nowhere, he gets a phone call. It's one of the Bedouin leaders of the tents that we're staying at, right? Because we ended up for a few nights sleeping outdoors in a tent. We had a nice Bedouin dinner. We went through a lot of Bedouin families and in tents, right? Going through and walking through the mountains. Very beautiful experience. Oh my goodness. I got to ride a donkey for the first time. So out of nowhere, he's on the phone and he's checking up on me because they got a phone call by our group leader from Armenia, or our group, the person who orchestrated this whole entire event of us coming together and going and, working with the other people to come together. And she called him up to say, my friend Talad, she's in the back, she's not feeling good. We're just going to confirm that, Ali's, make sure Ali's taking care of, something of that nature, right? Out of nowhere, my heart, I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. And then all of a sudden, bleh, I vomit water 3 fucking times. Okay, and Ali is in absolute no state of shock. He just comes next to me and he's on the phone. He's like, in Arabic, he's just saying, okay, she's vomiting, whatever. So literally for like 2-3 hours, phone calls are going back and forth between everyone. Everyone's freaking out. All the other people, they're all long gone. They feel like they're lost. He's getting phone calls left, right, and center. Where are you guys? He's like, I'm not leaving her. I'm not leaving you alone, right? So he basically lays me down. He just dumps water all over my forehead, and He's just rubbing my temples to make sure I'm like, he's trying to cool my body down and whatever. Asking me all these questions. What did you eat? Da 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 da. And I had to sit down and I had a break maybe 20 minutes earlier to have lunch. Long story short, because this is a super long story, I had the best time of my life. We were chilling underneath a tree. I can't walk at this point. He's basically holding my hand. He's like, I'm going to call, they're going to bring you a car. And we were like halfway down that mountain, right? I'm bleeding like crazy. I got my period. Not a good time. Not a good time to walk a mountain, let alone fucking hike. And it was the 21st of May. And they're taking forever. So then they found out, okay, it's better to bring a donkey because the cars can't friggin' come up where we're at. There's rocks everywhere. It's too difficult. So we're waiting for the donkey for 2-3 hours. I can't walk. I can't move. We're just talking. And then all of a sudden he's like, don't worry, I'm going to take care of you. All of a sudden he has all this. He brings like a tea kettle. He starts, getting some stones together, fire, bond. He's boiling up some water, puts in some like native to Jordan, I believe it was Artemis tea, or it's an herb. I swear to you, I told these guys, I'm like, these Bedouin Arabs, I'm like, you sell me in bulk, I'm gonna sell this like to Armenia, because this is such a healer, even to me. Like, I would love to have this. I kid you not, after my 60% of my energy came back. And so we had it a few times, because we stopped because we're waiting for the donkey and whatever. But yeah, I kid you not, that was one of the most memorable experiences, because we started sharing all this like ancestral stuff, all these stories, things from my ancestors, because my mom's side, they're from a region of Sassoon, and during the Armenian genocide, over 100 years ago, one of my great-grandmother's baby sisters was kidnapped, or let me rephrase that. Her family their heads got cut off. They were jewelers, and they were thrown off the cliff by Turkish Ottoman soldiers. They left her baby sister. They forgot about her. She was 2 years old. She's crying near the mountains, starving. A Bedouin Arab passes by, grabs her, raises her as her own, puts her name as Noura, tattoos her entire face and body, marries her off. Since they go to Syria, and they brought her back because they found her. So I was just sharing all this story, and he's like, oh, this is a sad story and everything, and it was just really interesting. But I think the experience was like unforgettable. I met some amazing Bedouin families, watched how their life was, and there's still a lot more to come, guys. So if I'm not posting, it doesn't mean stuff are not happening. It's just that I was out for 3 days. Literally, they hiked the next day. I couldn't make it because I was so sore, bleeding, right? So a few of them stayed behind as well, and we were just hanging out in like this nice Bedouin little, how they have pads and they all sit on the floor and eat on the floor. That's what we were doing while the men were cooking. The Bedouin Arabs were cooking, and the others kept hiking. So I was doing that with a few other people, a female tattoo artist from Yerevan. And yeah, we've been having an amazing time. They went hiking again. We ended up coming to Petra, a few of us. The other ones went hiking again. And I'm at this hotel until later on, or until tonight. And then for 3 days, we're sleeping in I think we're going to go to Wadi Rum after that. So we should be sleeping with no internet, no nothing, right? Which it has been like that for quite some time. So maybe another time I'll get more into detail. I'm just feeling a lot. Like literally, I have been feeling a lot the past several days, so I wasn't able to really like post things. And I think I've made some really good connections, so that's pretty incredible. So I'll keep this video short because I didn't record the first hotel, and I didn't record the sleeping in tents and such, but now you know what I've been up to. So take care and stay tuned for more.